Visible, not yet in. Uh,
And now in presentation mode, is it visible?
yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hello, good evening. I'm here to present a session on the topic understanding the role of business analyst, problem solving in action. First, we will look at what all we will be finding in this presentation. So there's topics we are going to discuss today. Who are business analysts? Business analyst key responsibilities, problem solving in an agile world, problem solving better explained in SDLC for better understanding, challenges and solutions in problem solving, continuous improvement, collaboration with developers, and success story. Let's start with an introduction. Who are business analysts? In a layman's terms, a business analyst is anybody who works with a business or a customer to understand their goals and identify and document what changes need to happen in order to reach those goals. Simply saying, there will be a problem or some requirement with a business or a customer. The business analyst understand their goals and collaborate with them and identify their needs and document that what all need to be changed or what all need to be implemented in order to achieve their goals. This is in simple time. Sorry, something came into my screen. This is in simple time what a business analyst is. The business analyst then turns this information into detailed requirements and hand over to the team who is responsible for implementing those changes. That is the technical team. From the customer team, the business analyst acquires the needs, understand their goals and what all need to be implemented, and they elicit the requirements and document it and give back a solution proposal to the customer team. After discussing with the technical team, and the business analyst gave detailed requirements to the technical team. The technical team develops the requirements according to the customer needs. Next is the key responsibilities of a business analyst. According to Babok is a globally recognized reference for professionals working in the business analysis field. So according to that reference, these are the key responsibilities of a business analyst. First one is the planning and monitoring, then requirements lifecycle management, strategy analysis, elicitation and collaboration, requirement analysis and design definition, solution evaluation. This is not in order. These are all the responsibilities of a business analyst according to the Babok. First is the planning and monitoring. Planning involves deciding what needs to be done and when it is to be done, while monitoring ensures that the plan activities are happening as intended. This planning helps you to staying on track and make adjustments if necessary so that the requirements are met. Next is the requirement lifecycle management. It's the process of handling requirements from initial identification through development and implementation. And BA ensure that it's all well defined, it's all meeting objectives and are effectively integrated into the project. Next is the strategy analysis. It involves examining an organization's goal. BA will be assessing all the capabilities of the organization, identify potential ways to achieve those goals, and help to make decisions so that a clear direction is set. Next is the elicitation and collaboration. Elicitation means gathering information from stakeholders. BA has to constantly collaborate with stakeholders and work together with them to gather information related to their requirements. This elicitation and collaboration are crucial for understanding needs and creating solutions that meet everyone's expectations so that the business requirements are met. Next is the requirement analysis and design definition. This step involves thoroughly examining gathered requirements and creating a blueprint for the solution. BA ensure that the proposed design aligns with the identified needs. Solution evaluation. Once the requirements are implemented, solution evaluation involves the assessing of the performance impact of the solution to ensure it meets the intended objectives and identify areas if there is anything areas for improvement if necessary. In order to understand in the project perspective, we will look into the problem solving approach by business analysts in an agile world. First is identifying the problem. In simple terms, we will be answering the question: what's going on? What is the problem faced by the client, or what solution? What changes are they trying to incorporate in their organization, etc. Next is the gathering data. Once the problem is identified, the BA constantly work in gathering data about the problem. Once the data is gathered, they will analyze the data and finding the root cause of the problem. And once the root cause is identified, BA will be working to find out the solution for the problem. Many solutions will be identified, and the best solution will be refined from that. Then after planning all the solution, a best approach will be selected, and once the best approach is selected, the implementation will be planned. Once implemented, it will be tested to check whether it was whether the problem was successfully solved. Once implementation and testing is complete, business analyst will check for if there is any room for further improvement of the scope. In this way, the business analyst solves the problem. These are all in simple terms. All these questions are answered correctly, the client's problem or their requirement will be met. What is not working? Now we'll look into problem solving in SDLC. SDLC, as we all know, is software development life cycle. First step of the problem solving in SDLC is the requirement gathering and analysis. Business analysts work closely with stakeholders. Stakeholders include business leaders, end users, and technical teams. They work closely with them and understand and document the business requirements. They analyze and prioritize these requirements based on their impact on business objectives and goals. So prioritization is very important during the requirement analysis phase. Then we will be working closely with the stakeholders to identify the problem. BS identify and articulate business problems or challenges that can be addressed through software solutions. They analyze, we are referring to software solutions in the software development life cycle. Okay, they analyze the current process in that organization. If there is any process or systems or workflows existing, they will analyze that and pinpoint areas that require improvement or optimization so that the root cause is identified. Then the business analyst will conduct the feasibility studies. Feasibility study is conducted to assess the viability of the proposed solution. It involves evaluating technical, operational, and financial aspects to determine if the solution is realistic and beneficial. Next phase is the requirement documentation. The requirement is clearly communicated by documenting, and the documents are always prepared in a detailed manner. This documentation serves as the foundation for the development team to design and implement solutions. Next is the communication and collaboration. Effective communication is required to ensure that everyone has a shared understanding of the requirements. Business analysts, for that, business analysts collaborate with the stakeholders as well as the technical team to gather feedback and make adjustments to the requirements as and when needed. Next is the solution design support. Business analysts also assist in design phase by providing insights into how the proposed solution aligns with business goals and requirements. They collaborate with the UI/UX designers and developers, and they ensure that the user experience and functionality meet the business needs. Once the solution designing is complete, business analysts will be conducting the risk assessment and mitigation. Business analysts identify potential risk associated with the solutions and work with the project team. So, and then develop the mitigation strategies. Business analysts also assess the impact of the changes and on the existing process or system in that organization, and potential challenges will be managed. Next is the validation and testing. Business analysts also closely work with the quality assurance team and implement solutions so that and constantly check that whether the solution meets the specified requirements from the client. Next is continuous improvement. Once the implementation is complete, BA contribute to the post-implementation reviews and gather feedback. They play a role in optimizing processes and system over time, ensuring that the software remains aligned with evolving business needs. To summarize, a business analyst is a key player in problem solving within software development lifecycle. BA ensure that the final product addresses business challenges and meets the expectation of the stakeholders. Now let's check some common challenges faced by the BAs. Some common challenges faced by the BA are ambiguous requirements, communication gaps, scope creep, resistance to change, technology challenges. Some of these terms will be unfamiliar to some of us. There's a book called Babok. A non-business analyst can refer to that guide in order to familiarize with the terms used in the business analysis. First common challenge is the ambiguous requirements. Ambiguous requirement means incomplete or unclear requirements. This will hinder the progress of a project. So once it is not clear, it will not meet the expectation. The solution will not meet the expectation of the stakeholder. Second common challenge is the communication gap. Always we need to ensure that there is effective communication between the stakeholders as well as the BA team. There should also be effective communication between the technical team and the BA team. Third thing is the scope creep. This will be an unfamiliar term for some of us. Scope creep is the uncontrolled changes to the project scope. At initial stages of the project, one scope will be defined, but throughout the project implementation period, the client will be changing the scope from the initial one. That is called the scope creep. So BA need to constantly ensure that there is flexibility with the need for a defined project scope. Next common challenge is the resistance to change. There will be resistance from the resistance will be mainly from the client side. There will be constant resistance from the client side to integrate new technologies or new processes. They won't be willing to adopt to the new processes. So BA has to manage expectations of the stakeholders and address concerns from them proactively. Next common challenge is the technology challenge. There will be challenges in implementing new technologies into existing system, and we have to constantly keep up to date with the technological advancements that should be relevant to the industry itself. Now let's look at some strategies to overcome these challenges. We can overcome these challenges by using these strategies. It's only some of them from the list. First one is the clear communication. We should always establish a robust communication plan. We can use prototypes, workshops, visual aids to for the communication to happen effectively. Next is the requirement prioritization. BS has to constantly collaborate with the stakeholders to prioritize and validate requirements. The priorities of the requirements may be constantly changing, but we have to adapt with them and plan accordingly, so that there is no scope creep or communication gaps. And so the final output is as per the client requirement. Next is the scope management. First, we need to develop a comprehensive project scope document. And this document need to be regularly reviewed and accessed with the project stakeholders, so that the scope there is no scope creep. Next is the continuous learning. We have to be constantly stay updated on the industry trends and the emerging technologies. So BAs always need to encourage a culture of continuous learning. BAs contribute to post-implementation reviews to gather feedback and insights for continuous improvement, as we saw in the first slide. BA play a role in optimizing process and system over time, so that the software remains aligned with evolving business needs. Key concepts in the continuous improvement are iterative problem solving, feedback loops, and adaptability. Iterative problem solving. We have to acknowledge that solutions may evolve through multiple iterations, and each iteration refines the approach based on insights gained. Next is the feedback loops. Regular feedback mechanism need to be implemented. So this type of feedback will provide valuable data for adjustment and optimization. Adaptability. We have to foster a culture that embraces change, and we have to adapt to new information. This iteration will allow quick adjustment to address the challenges. Now let's look at the importance of iteration. Iteration enables the gradual improvement of solutions over time. So continuous refinement enhances effectiveness and efficiency. One, responsive to change. This iterative problem-solving approach is well suited for environments where constant changes occur. So if the feedback loop cycle is implemented, it will be suiting the always changing business environments, and it will enable the organization to respond promptly to the changing circumstances. This is the feedback loop cycle. First, there is collection of feedback. Then the feedback is analyzed and interpreted, and then the adjustments are implemented. Next is collaboration with developers. One of the key areas in the business analysis, business analyst role is the collaboration with the developers. The technical team as well as the BA team work together to contribute to the success of a project. The key components of a collaboration are clear communication, continuous collaboration, shared vision. The business requirement documents, backlogs, and stories all come in the clear communication and continuous collaboration with the technical team. The business analysts prepare the business requirement documents and share it with the technical teams so that a technical team gather a clear understanding of the requirements and they can implement it accordingly. Backlogs and stories are prepared for detailed explanation of the requirements, and in the technical team refers to the stories and implement the requirements. BA's collaboration is also with the quality assurance team. BAs constantly validate the test cases prepared by the quality assurance team, and BAs also prepare wireframes and mockups. They also collaborate with the designing team to prepare the mockups, and so that there is clear understanding of the UI for the developers as well as the clients or the stakeholders. Next is turning requirements into solutions. BAs work closely with stakeholders to gather the requirements, and developers actively participate to gain insights into technical considerations. So it's a joint analysis. It's a joint analysis where developers provide technical insights and BA help them with identifying the requirements correctly. Next is the iterative development. An iterative approach is implemented to accommodate changes and enhancements. And the regular feedback loop between the BAs and the developers will help in the continuous improvement. Main benefits of collaboration is that there will be reduced misinterpretation, and there will be efficient problem resolution. I'll present it here. It's not coming in the screenshot now. Presentation view is not coming. Okay, next is the success story. We look into the role of the BA in precise with example. First is understanding the problem. BA defines the problem by working closely with the stakeholders. We'll take an example. If a retail company is facing declining sales, what the business analyst will do is, business analyst will collaborate with the sales team of the organization to understand the root causes, because the sales team will be having the figures of the declining sales, and they will be having a better understanding of the figures contributing the declining sales. Next stage is the data collection and analysis. BA will gather the relevant data regarding the sales and analyze that thoroughly and to solve the problem. Example, in this case, BA will be analyzing the customer feedback, the sales data, marketing trends, and they will be identifying the patterns and insights and coming into a possible solution. Once the data is collected and analysis complete, BA will be translating this into requirements. Here, a possible requirement definition will be define the need for an improved online shopping experience based on customer feedback and market analysis. For the declining sales problem of the stakeholder, the requirement should is we'll be adding an online an improved online shopping experience, and we'll be considering the customer feedback and market analysis for this. This is all about the short intro on the business analysis and role in problem solving. That's all. You open for questions. Hello.
You're audible.
Any questions?
If anyone have any questions, please. Matthew,
So sure.
Matthew, we are not audible. Your voice is very feeble.
Matthew is having network issue.
If anyone have, if, I think no one have no questions, Varsha.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful session.
Matthew is saying thank you. He's not asking questions.
Okay, thank you, Varsha.
Thank you, Ruchi. Thank you all.